How's it going, everybody? This is the Stimulus Check Hub here to give you your daily stimulus check and unemployment benefits updates and latest information. If you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. A like and a comment are always appreciated. Also, if you wouldn't mind sharing this with your friends and family, because I'm sure they would also like the most up-to-date information on their stimulus checks and unemployment benefits available anywhere on YouTube, which is what I try to provide here on this channel.
Let's talk about stimulus first. Applications for monthly $500 payments for a year open in April. See if you're eligible. So this is what's going on in Chicago. The city has announced its plan to give $500 a month to thousands of residents. So this is the city is calling for the largest basic income pilot program in the U.S., providing $500 to 5,000 people for 1 year. Participants will be chosen by lottery. So this is going to be huge. Who can apply? And so basically, you have to be 18 years or older, experienced economic hardship related to COVID-19, and your household income falls at or below 250% of the federal poverty line. And applications to enter the lottery will open up in April. I'll keep you updated with that. And then you have just 3 days to apply for $4,000 payments if you missed out on stimulus checks. So this is going on in New Jersey. So from the New Jerseyans Fund, individuals can get $2,000 and households can get up to $4,000 there. Just a few days left with that. And then Kentucky, Give It to the People. Senate proposes income tax rebates up to $500 per Kentuckian. So Senate Republicans added their own proposal to a growing list of tax relief ideas on Thursday, unveiling a plan to rebate up to $500 in state income taxes to inflation-wary Kentuckians later this year. So if you live in Kentucky, you could get an additional $500 for being there, for living there. And then universal basic income, 23 U.S. locations offering up to $18,000. So I'll go through this list really quick, save you some time, let you know what's going on. So Alaska, they are giving out $2,069 per person. And Arizona is giving out, some families are getting debit cards of $2,000 on them, while qualifying families are going to see $1,000. I guess in January it's saying there. Then Alabama, or Birmingham, Alabama, single mothers in Birmingham could get $375 per month for 1 year. That started January 31st. Chicago, Illinois, 5,000 families will see $500 per month. Columbia, South Carolina, 100 low-income fathers started getting $500 monthly payments on debit cards. Durham, North Carolina, this is it's giving out money to formerly incarcerated individuals. Georgia, they have 2 UBI programs. One is going to help 650 black women with $850 per month for 2 years. The second will help 318 and older residents with $500 per month for 1 year. Then there's Healdsburg, California. They're giving out to new mothers needing to stay home with $500 per month for 2 years. Jackson, Mississippi is giving, helping low-income black mothers with $1,000 per month for 1 year. Then Louisville, Kentucky, young people could get 18 to 24 getting $500 per month. Los Angeles, California, this is 3,200 families will see $1,000 per month for 1 year. Minneapolis, Minnesota will give 200 families $500 per month for 2 years. Mountain View, California will give $500 per month for 1 year, and you must reside in the city and have one child under 18. Newark, New Jersey, 400 residents of Newark will see payments worth up to $12,000 spread over 2 years. Half will see $250 every 2 weeks, and another half will see 2 payments of $3,000 each year. New Orleans, Louisiana, teens and adults between 16 and 24 can get $350 per month. New York State is offering 2,400 artists who live in New York $1,000 for 18 months. 300 jobs will be offered to artists to make $65,000 annually. Then Oakland, California, 600 families from Oakland will see basic income benefits. So 300 people will be getting $500 per month for 18 months, and now 300 families will see the same thing. So I guess I split that. Then Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, they're going to get $500 per month for 1 year. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 200 families are going to see $500 per month for 2 years, and that'll equate to $12,000. Rochester, New York, low-income families in Rochester will get $500 per month each month, or $500 each month. Shreveport, Louisiana, $660 per month for 1 year. It's single parents caring for a child that was under 20 in August of 2021. Then St. Paul, Minnesota, 100 families will see payments worth up to $500 per month for 18 months. Then Washington, D.C., 132 new or expecting mothers will see $900 per month for 1 year. And I think that's it. So yeah, those are the latest in terms of universal basic income. I like to do that at least once a week to let you know the latest of what's going on there. And then when it comes to Russia, things are getting really serious now. Here's how the Russian invasion of Ukraine could worsen everyday costs in the U.S. I know we're hearing a lot about this. It's getting worse. I'll let you know the latest situation. But first, how is this going to affect us as Americans in our wallets? Take a look at this video clip right here.
Welcome back. Data download time. Russia's invasion of Ukraine this week is not just an international story. It's going to have deep impacts right here in the United States as well, particularly with our economy, which we know will impact how voters feel about the direction of the country and its leadership. You can just look, the simplest way to look at it, the Dow. Yes, it's just one index and people invest all over, but at the end of the day, this has the sort of impact on the national psyche. The Dow down some 7% since the beginning of the year. And if you look just in the last 2 weeks, it's been extraordinarily volatile. It has gone down, actually made a nice little comeback at the end of the week, but still down overall as this crisis has continued. But it's not just on stocks. The price of oil, that we've also seen climb about 24% since the start of the year. Yes, as Russia, as they were building up troops around Ukraine, we kept seeing this number inch up. By the way, the president did try to get Saudi Arabia to pump some more oil. That has not happened yet. This will easily have an impact on our economy. And then there's this. You realize Russia and Ukraine account for some 1/3 of all wheat around the world. And while we don't get a lot of wheat from Ukraine, it is pushing up the price of wheat overall, which will have some sort of strain on our supply, which of course will do what? Raise the price of a loaf of bread at the grocery store.
So because of this conflict, looks like prices are going to go up for a lot of different things because everything is so interconnected that if the price of one thing goes up, it's most likely going to increase the price of another thing. Food, gas, whatever it is, things are going to get more expensive, unfortunately. So next, to make things even worse, President Vladimir Putin has ordered Russian nuclear deterrent forces on alert amid tensions with the West over Ukraine. So this actually just came out minutes before filming this video, so this is breaking news right here. Here's a quick clip of actually Vladimir Putin talking about the nuclear forces.
Перевести силы сдерживания российской армии в особый режим несения боевого дежурства.
Do you think that things are going to go nuclear? We didn't think that Russia was going to invade Ukraine. Personally, I didn't think so. I thought it was just a bunch of hype, and then it happened. Will things go nuclear? Let me know your thoughts on all that down in the comments below. So the White House responds to this nuclear force decision. So this is from Jen Psaki, White House press secretary. This is really a pattern that we've seen from President Putin through the course of this conflict, which is manufacturing threats that don't exist in order to justify further aggression. And the global community and the American people should look at this through that prism. She also said, this is all a pattern from President Putin, and we're going to stand up for it. We have the ability to defend ourselves, but we also need to call out what we're seeing here from President Putin. So yeah, not much really said there, but just, I don't know. But anyways, the latest of what's going on, it looks like Ukraine is still holding their ground, but Russia's full force hasn't really been introduced yet. Here's the latest video clip explaining what's going on there.
We begin with that breaking news out of Ukraine and the Russian assault. The capital city of Kyiv now on lockdown, but still in Ukrainian control, despite the overwhelming might of the Russian army. One U.S. official tells ABC News some Russian forces are disoriented. One soldier heard saying, "We don't know who to shoot. They all look like us." Moments ago, our team on the ground in Kyiv witnessing a large explosion and massive fire south of the city. Earlier, ordinary Ukrainians lining up to receive weapons to fight as neighborhoods become war zones. This video showing the moment a rocket or missile strikes an apartment building, and this is the aftermath. Incredibly, no one was killed. It's not clear which side fired. But a U.S. official says Russian forces have launched more than 250 missiles into Ukraine. Tens of thousands of Ukrainians, now refugees, creating a humanitarian crisis. Our teams there capturing the emotional scenes at border crossings, fathers saying goodbye to their families, staying to fight. And moments ago, that breaking news of another economic blow to Putin's Russia, the U.S. and some of its allies agreeing to remove some Russian banking institutions from a key international financial system. We have team coverage on the ground, and our chief national correspondent, Matt Gutman, leads us off from Ukraine.
Tonight, the sounds of war ringing throughout Kyiv. The Russian military renewing its assault on Ukraine's capital, the city under strict curfew for the next 48 hours. That as skirmishes break out in the streets. The threat of Russian bombardment so present tonight that the news station Ukraine 24 is anchoring its coverage from an underground parking garage. According to a senior U.S. defense official, Vladimir Putin's forces are staging around 20 miles outside of Kyiv, so far unable to take the city. The official saying, "We don't believe that they expected the kind of resistance that they're facing." Ukraine's loyal sons and daughters defiant, civilians taking up arms, including this young couple, married just yesterday. Today, they are soldiers. Our Ian panel with volunteers.
We are happy that we can protect our country. Really, we feel our devotion and obligation to do that.
Всім доброго ранку.
President Volodymyr Zelensky standing ready to fight with his countrymen.
Ми вистояли.
With this rallying cry, we withstood and are successfully repelling the enemy's attacks. The fighting goes on in many cities of our state, but we know we are defending our country, our land, and our children's futures. According to a U.S. official, the Russian military has launched more than 250 missiles into Ukraine. Social media video showing the moment a missile or rocket strikes this apartment building within Kyiv's city limits. It's unclear which side fired. Tatiana and her family were inside that building. She says, "My kid's room is now just a hole. If she'd been in there, she wouldn't have survived." Remarkably, no one was killed, but the human toll is growing. Nearly 200 Ukrainians have died in the conflict so far, over 1,000 wounded, including children. This unexploded rocket landing near a kindergarten in the middle of a playground. That as Ukraine's neighborhoods become battlefields. This family of 15 forced to flee their home after it was damaged by shelling. Young Anita asking her mother, "What if something happens tonight? Where will we go?" And now the global community standing in solidarity with Ukraine on top of those harsh sanctions. Germany now sending anti-tank weapons, and the U.S. announcing an additional $350 million in military aid, including, critically, Stingers, those shoulder-fired anti-aircraft missiles.
Really sad situation of what's going on in Ukraine. It's totally unnecessary too. I feel like to have to invade another country on false premises is just one of the worst things that could happen in the world, especially when innocent people are being casualties and collateral damage to this whole thing. It's really horrible.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. A like and a comment are always appreciated. Also, if you wouldn't mind sharing this with your friends and family, because I'm sure they would also like the most up-to-date information on their stimulus checks and unemployment benefits available anywhere on YouTube. Have a good